Welcome back to Trust Me Bro, Unlocking the Future. Today we're diving into something kind of wild.
Yeah.
Emotional AI. AI that can read and respond to our emotions.
It's pretty crazy, isn't it?
It really is.
I mean, like you think about it, we always think of emotions as this
Yeah.
uniquely human thing.
Right.
And now we're teaching machines to decipher the
I know.
the language of feelings.
Are we going to have robots crying at movies?
I was going to say, so not quite crying at movies, but it's more about teaching them to recognize patterns, right? Like in our facial expressions, our tone of voice, even
What?
physiological signals. So a subtle shift in heart rate that might give away that you're nervous or something.
So like a sixth sense almost.
Exactly, yeah. Like picking up on all those cues we give off without even thinking about it.
Subconsciously.
Yeah, and it's opening up some really wild possibilities.
Like what?
There's this company, Affectiva. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're doing some really cool stuff.
What are they doing?
So they've developed these algorithms that can analyze micro-expressions.
Micro-expressions?
Yeah, there's really fleeting facial movements that we do that reveal how we're truly feeling.
Oh, wow. So they can tell if I'm lying or something?
Maybe, potentially. That's kind of scary.
It can be a little unnerving, but it's also super fascinating.
Yeah.
They're not just focused on the tech either.
Mm-hmm.
They're thinking about the ethical side of things too, which is really important.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So what are some of the actual applications?
Oh, tons of them.
Okay.
I mean, think about customer service.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a chatbot that can sense when you're getting frustrated just by the tone of your voice and adjust how it's responding to you.
So a more empathetic.
Exactly. A much smoother interaction.
Interesting.
Mm.
I like that. It goes way beyond customer service, though.
Okay.
In healthcare, we're seeing tools that can analyze speech patterns for signs of depression or anxiety.
Wow.
So it's offering a whole new way to monitor and support mental health.
So instead of having to go to a therapist.
Potentially, yeah. Or in addition to,
it
it could be a really valuable tool.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
And then there's education, AI tutors that can tailor their teaching style to how a student is feeling to keep them engaged and motivated.
So they can tell if I'm bored.
Exactly. And then adjust what they're doing to re-engage you.
And that can work.
Yeah, there's promising research on this.
That's crazy.
And even in cars, imagine a car that can adjust the cabin environment based on your mood.
So if I'm stressed, it'll
exactly
play calming music.
Yeah, maybe dim the lights.
Wow.
Adjust the temperature.
That's pretty cool.
It's wild, right?
Yeah, so many different ways that can be used.
It is pretty mind-blowing, but it's also
It's a little creepy too, right?
It can be, yeah. Is it really okay for a machine to be analyzing our feelings?
All the time.
Yeah, I mean, privacy is super important, and we have to make sure this technology is used responsibly, with our consent, and that there are safeguards in place.
Yeah, for sure, because it could be used for bad.
Definitely potential for misuse, so we got to be careful.
For sure. So what's next?
I think we're going to see even more personalized experiences.
Okay.
Where AI can not only recognize our emotions, but predict them and respond to them in real time.
So a mind reader.
Kind of, yeah. Imagine your virtual assistant knowing what you need before you even say anything. Because it knows how you're feeling.
That's kind of freaky, but also kind of cool.
Right. It's a double-edged sword.
But if you can help me, manage my emotions.
Exactly.
Be happier.
That's the hope, right?
That's cool.
Yeah.
So big takeaway for our listeners.
Emotional AI, it's going to change how we interact with technology in a huge way. I think it has the power to make everything more intuitive, more personalized.
Yeah.
Even more empathetic.
More human.
Yeah. But we have to be thoughtful about it.
Right.
We have to balance the benefits with the ethical implications.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
It's a wild new world out there. We're just scratching the surface of what emotional AI can do.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us for this dive into the future.
Of course.
We'll see you next time for another exciting look at what's coming.
Sounds good.
See ya.
Bye.